It's been 214 days since a meaningful football game, and I tried to fast forward the time to get the kickoff faster. I've been on the hunt for the time stone, but Thanos died in betwixt the months of February and September. I'm no quantum physicist. I don't know time travel, so I've had to sit here with my appendage in my hand waiting for football's return. And finally, it's here. We're in the Windy City. This man sung his ass off for the national anthem. The 85 Bears are in the house. Virginia Hallis is in the house. Did you know she's older than sliced bread? Could you imagine what her breakfast intake was like in her youth? Daddy, can I have some bread? No problem, baby. Have this whole loaf. It's too much. Can you cut it? I'm sorry, baby. We don't know how. But that ain't what we're here to talk about. Football is back, baby. I may or may not have an erection. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios for the kickoff edition of your 2019 Thursday Night Football Game highlight commentary live from the Windy City, where the Chicago Bears host the Green Bay Packers in the first game of the 2019 NFL season. Opening drive for the Cheeseheads, 3rd and 10. Aaron Rodgers takes the snap, looking to graduate from El Chapo University, but he would fail his course as he'd be sacked by Ray Robertson Harris, who missed football. You missed football. I missed football. Ensuing drive for the Chicago Ursarangs. Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would suffer the same fate that he would fail his course at El Chapo University and fail to escape the pass rush of the Packers. Beyonce must be singing Deja Vu. It's a different drive, but it's the same result. You're seeing more sacks in this game than a nude beach in San Francisco. 2nd and 6 on the following drive. David Montgomery Burns would get the handoff, run it for a first down, and that would set up Eddie Pinheiro for a 38-yard field goal. He kicks it through the uprights, and it's good. If only they had him in a playoff game, but instead they had Cody Parkey. I would rather play hangman with Jeffrey Epstein than have you as my kicker. Put your motherfucking head back down, dummy. Next Bears possession, 3rd and 9. Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky looking to go down the field. It's gonna be into no. The pass is dropped. The Packers are asking themselves, what happened to his head? On the ensuing drive, play action fake, Aaron Rodgers going deep. He's got Marquez, Valdez, Scantling for a 47-yard game. With a long-ass name like that, I thought he would have been a manager for a Samoan in a wrestling company. The Packers in the period-colored zone, Aaron Rodgers looking towards his right. He's got Jimmy Ton, Jimmy Pound, Jimmy Ounce, Jimmy Graham in the end zone as the Packers would take the lead. Ensuing drive for the Bears, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky looking towards his left. He's got Allen. Don't tell me my boys are kleptomaniac. I don't raise no Robin sons to move the chains. A couple plays later, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would find Tariq Cohen to set up 3rd and 1, but the Bears would be participating in the Frank Costanza challenge because
I stopped short.
Following the punt, Aaron Rodgers takes the snap and he's surrounded by more Bears than a twink at a homosexual orgy. On the following possession, 3rd and 14, Chicago looking to convert, but much like trying to put a floppy disk into a 2019 Mac computer, they would fail. Following possession, 3rd and 7, Aaron Rodgers rolling towards his left. He tossed the ball to Aaron Jones. He'd carry it for a first down. 1st and 10, Jimmy Ton, Jimmy Pound, Jimmy Ounce, Jimmy Graham would turn into Mario. That would set up the Hail Mary King. Aaron Rodgers rolling towards his right, looking to go deep like a Mandingo warrior into an anorexic vulva region. It's inevitable. Oh, I guess not. It's much like Thanos at the end of Endgame. We'd into the second half, 3rd and 15. Aaron Rodgers would run into a gang of Ursarangs. 3rd and 1, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky looking to escape the cheese, but much like civilians in Denmark, it's simply impossible. He's gonna stop short.
I stopped short.
Ensuing drive for the Packers, Aaron Rodgers participating in the Michael Sam challenge. He's grabbed by his waist and thrusted from behind as he'd be sacked again.
I like it.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Ensuing drive, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky, 1st and 10, looking towards his left. He's got Allen Robinson looking like a disgraced lesbian. He comes back to the ball to move the chains. Following a penalty on the very next play, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would find David Montgomery Burns to move the chains into the Packers territory. 2 plays later, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky looking towards his right. He's got Allen Robinson, but he ran into a Packers secondary who joined the Akatsuki because they hit him with
Almighty push.
Hey guys, I'm ready for the 51-yard field goal when you need me. Hey Mitch, can you hear me? This is Coach Nagy. We can't kick any field goals that are longer than 40 yards. You can't trust anybody who has a leg. Cody Parkey had a leg. He let us down. We can't trust anybody. We're going for it on 4th down. Come on, give me a chance. Do not look towards the sideline. Call the play, go for it on 4th down. The Bears go for it on 4th down, but the Packers got Trubisky participating in the LMI challenge because
my bad for tripping on you.
I stopped short.
Following another Packers punt, Allen, my boys, no kleptomaniac, I don't raise any Robin sons, would move the chains once again. And you could tack on an extra 15 for that. And now things would get hilarious and interesting. Taylor Gabriel would turn into a trans woman because he can't hold on to his ball as the pass would fall incomplete. Packers fans may have thought this was intercepted at first, but much like teabagging cement, the ball made contact with the floor. It's incomplete. Just like the Immaculate Deception back in 72. Oh my lord, would you get over it? It's nearly 50 years ago. Let it go, George. Let it go. Nevertheless, there was a hold on the Bears. It's going to be 1st and 20. Trubisky takes the snap, looking towards the hash mark, throws it to Tariq Cohen. But there's some more laundry on the field. Illegal hands to the face. A motherfucker tried to put his motherfucking hand in another motherfucker's motherfucking eye. He got called for holding and then illegal hands to the face on back-to-back plays. Look how he tried to participate in the Hulk Hogan finger poke of doom challenge. 1st and 30 now. Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would finally get his degree from El Chapo University with a PhD in escape studies. He'd launch the ball down the field and then be caught at the 18 by Taylor Gabriel, and he's down at the 12. But there's more laundry on the field. Pass interference offense. A motherfucker joined the Akatsuki and pushed another motherfucker in his motherfucking back. I saw some Bears fans say this was not pass interference. This man was playing tag on the football field. You can't just go out there participating in no Akatsuki challenge.
Almighty puss.
It's now 1st and 40. Tariq Cohen would showcase his hands are just for decoration. Very next play, Allen Robinson would say, I too have hands just for decoration. The Chicago Bears, if they were vampires, they couldn't catch HIV from Magic Johnson. 3rd and 40. Trubisky would just dump the ball off to Taylor Gabriel. He goes nowhere. They'd be forced to punt. The Packers nearly backed up inside their own end zone. Aaron Rodgers would find Trevor Davis and he'd move the chains for 28 yards. 2 plays later, Aaron Rodgers rolling towards his right does not pass the line of scrimmage. He'd find Robert Tonyan who'd bring the ball up for 28 yards as well. 3 plays later, Aaron Rodgers would take off and run right into field goal range and set up Mason Crosby for a 39-yard field goal, and he'd kick it through the uprights, and it's good. The Packers have a touchdown lead. Ensuing drive, 3rd and 10, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would find Allen Robinson, who must have found his hands, and he'd bring the ball to the 30-yard line. 3rd and 1, no Frank Costanza challenge. Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky would find Tariq Cohen. He's down at the 11. Very next play, Trubisky looking towards his right. Did Raven Green just bat that ball away without even looking at it? His Byakugan is on point. 2 plays later, Mitch, I'm not a bitch, Trubisky looking towards the end zone to go for it all. He's got a man. But he plays for the other team. Maybe Mitchell thought he was still on his team as the pass is intercepted by former Bear Adrian Amos. Fuck! The Bears in need of a stop here, and much like a chiropractor, they've got their back. They'd force the Packers to punt. The Bears looking to take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback. 2nd and 8, Mitchell Trubisky going deep, and he's got 3rd and 8. Trubisky looking towards his right. 4th and 8. Game on the line. Mitch, I'm not a bitch. Trubisky takes the snap, but he's got less time than a square in New York. He's sacked at the 4-yard line by Preston Smith, and the Green Bay Packers are gonna win. But for the Chicago Bears, take out your Metro cards and get aboard the L train. Kirk family member cousins would say, you like that because it's the best goddamn commentary series on the planet. But don't treat me like a mister. Don't treat me like a mistress. Don't treat me like a side hoe. Spread me around like an STD, HIV at a late 80s orgy featuring Magic Johnson. Make sure everybody sees it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share it with your brother, your sister, your uncle, your granddaddy, your nephew. It doesn't matter who you send it to because it's free entertainment. You get laughed 3 days out of the week coming to football and every single day regarding comedy. Period. Why? Because whether you like it or you don't like it, you're gonna learn to love it because it's the best thing going today. And all you gotta do is tune in. Same Chiseled Adonis time, same Chiseled Adonis channel. Why aren't you following me? Why haven't you subscribed already? You don't hear this shit? I'm hilarious. What the hell's wrong with